Welcome, students, to my desktop on my computer. I will be explaining to you, and the only students that should be listening to this video at all right now are online students only, or you're suspended, so you are online right now. I have altered a project that we're doing in class to be a digital project, so a digital artwork assignment, meaning you just need your laptop and access to the internet to complete this project. And this will be the only project that I'm assigning for the fourth quarter, okay? So really focus on this project. You'll still do some classwork assignments like submitting a photo reference. We'll go into what that is in a bit. So in class, we have dyed pieces of fabric and now we're making a fabric artwork. This is kind of showing an artwork by the artist Bisa Butler. We will be doing a project online in your case, depicting a person that inspires you or that you admire. This person can be a family member, friend, celebrity, influencer, musician, athlete, character in a movie, TV show, or a story, or yourself. If you are anti-people, that's okay, but you have to come up with something else. So some people in class were like, well, I'm from Puerto Rico. Could I depict Puerto Rico? Definitely could. So we were dyeing in class. We did all these dye experiments. You don't have to worry about that. But you do have to worry about what makes a good reference photo. The person that I picked who I find inspiring and admirable is the artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. He was a very young artist, but died tragically at 27. But in his short span of being an artist, he's made hundreds of artworks that are just really interesting to me and really inspiring. You should find a good reference photo, and reference photo just means a photo that you're going to use in your art making process. And a good reference photo is a clear image, it's not blurry. And the file in our case should not be small. We need a bigger file. So in most search engines, there's an option to change the size, as you can see. So I changed the size in my search engine to be only including large files. And I came across this picture to the right. So that is what we'll be using. Several of the students in class said that looks like Jay-Z. Jay-Z, in fact, did dress up as Jean-Michel Basquiat for Halloween, and Beyonce dressed up as Frida Kahlo, another artist. And Jay-Z did purchase a Jean-Michel Basquiat painting for $4.5 million. So there you go. That is a little bit of our presentation. This presentation will be available to you on Schoology. So if you have questions, check out Schoology. If you ever have a question, message me on Schoology. Also on Schoology will be a link to this website, Emoji.Ink. That is where you're going to make your digital artwork, okay? When you first go to Emoji.Ink, so right up here, it's just emoji.ink, you are faced with all of these emojis. Just pick whichever for now. Let's say I pick the frowny devil. There's my little emojis going on. You press any key to change an emoji. You can just play around with this for now. So I'm clicking on my keypad, but holding down to create kind of like this effect. The faster I go, the more spaced out the emojis become. Let me refresh this so that we start off with a clean slate. I'll grab a tomato. So to do what we want to do in this case, you're going to go down to this camera in the bottom left corner. At this point, you should have already found your reference photo and saved it onto your laptop, okay? So I've already found my reference photo, and it's on my laptop, and I knew where I saved it. I saved it to my desktop, and I named it Jean-Michel Basquiat. So find your reference photo, save it on your laptop, and then you'll be able to open it in Emoji.Ink by clicking on this camera in the bottom left corner. So I'm going to click on that, click open, and now I have my image in the Emoji.Ink website. As you can see up here, it gives me a little tip. Press Shift to toggle image opacity on and off. So I can click that. Or down here, where it has kind of like this circle and then this half circle thing, you can adjust the opacity levels. If the image is hard to see, you can make the opacity a little bit denser. For our project, this also changes the size of your emojis. So most likely, depending on your image, especially in my case, I will have to make my emojis smaller in order to create an effective artwork. What you'll be doing is putting emojis in the different areas of your pictures. Press any key on your keyboard to change emojis. So let's say I put my image in and I'm really wanting to match his skin tone a little bit better. And maybe I'll go to the browns. I can do something more fun. I can do something more serious. Jean-Michel Basquiat was very much an advocate for African-American rights, so maybe this fist will be a good selection. And you can drag things, these emojis, into the area that you want. So let's say I want to see how I'm doing, and I can bring the opacity down, and I can see what's happening a little bit better. So maybe I want to just click and not drag as much so that the fist becomes more clear. And that's what you'll be doing for this project, really. But at some point, I will have to like change so that his face stands out a little bit better. So let's press a different key. Maybe this peace sign will be good. Who knows? I kind of want something a little bit darker to put on the side of his nose. But we'll see. This eyeball might be good for putting in his eyes. Who knows? So you will be trying to create your own little portrait of someone that you admire or find inspiring. You should not press refresh because then you'll lose all of your work. This down here is supposed to be allowing you to download the image, but I've had no luck downloading the image. Nope. Okay. So with this project, because the website, at least on my end, isn't functioning 100%, you used to be able to download the image you created, but now it won't let you. This button over here does nothing for me. You can try to see if it works for you, but it doesn't do anything for me. So don't click refresh. If you close your laptop, you might lose all of your work. That's interesting. I've come across a bug. I'm clicking on the basketball, but it's giving me the horse, which I think is interesting. So you might come across something like that too. And I clicked on the grandpa, and I'm getting the grandma. So you might come across some bugs here and there. But this project, you really have to sit down and get it done in one go. This is also undo and redo over here. As you can see, things are going away. I kind of lost it. So look, as I click refresh, I'm going to lose all of my work. So be careful of that. I just wanted to reload in the image. So this project, you really should do it all at once. I restarted because I just showed you what would happen if I restarted the page. If I reload the page, I lose all of my work. So just please be careful. See, look, now I'm adding texture. I've clicked an emoji with a different kind of tone of brown. So you can see almost like streaks in the hair. And I really like how that's turning out. Maybe I'll make these a little bit bigger so I'm filling up the space of his hair a bit better. And then I'm going to use other brown toned emojis to finish his hair. So let's go with maybe the fist again. Like I said, Jean-Michel Basquiat made a lot of artwork that advocated for African American rights and protested police brutality. This website was made also by a musician and artist named Young Jake. He's pretty cool. He does portraits in emojis. He's done portraits of like Willow Smith and all other kinds of people. I can't remember the other people's names though. So just play around with movement, texture, pattern. Like in class, we are working on mixing patterns and colors and seeing what happens. And it'd be good if you also experiment with pattern and color and how things mix together. So let's see how my hair is coming along. It's pretty fun. This emoji that I just used might have a little too much yellow in it for me. So let me go back to something that is primarily one kind of black color and brown color to match his hair. So I'm just filling in the spaces right now where I see that his hair is, okay? Like I see a little bit of hair down here. Let me add some emojis down there. And now it's getting to a really small area. So let me make sure it's really small. Okay, that's as small as we can go. Let's see how it's looking. All right, pretty cool. And that's what I need. Fill up a whole image with different emojis of the person you selected and turn it in. A screenshot of it. Oh. So if you right click on the website, there's an option to save the image. So if you're in progress or if you finish the artwork and you want to share it with me, you should save the image and it'll go to the desktop. Oh my gosh, these emojis going everywhere. So I saved the image, it went to my desktop and it's right there.